welcome to all you Scorpios. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for March 2015. It's one of those months that has a lot of dynamic, and Scorpios do like that. They do like that things are progressing and that there are times where decisions need to be made, where choices need to be made. And this is that kind of month. Three important things are happening. First of all, the eclipse. Second, Mercury is doing something very important. And thirdly, the Pluto-Uranus square. So let's get started with the eclipse, because on the 20th of the month, there is an eclipse in Pisces, in a fellow water sign. And this is happening in a nice area of your chart, which is the 5th house. And it's on 29 degrees of Pisces, and an eclipse always means fresh starts, new beginnings, things that are being ended, and therefore new space that is coming in so that you can go forward. And it's related to that 5th house. But let's first have a look at what the eclipse means. I always have a look at the book of Bernadette Brady. She's an astrologer and has explored a lot when it comes to eclipses. I think she is the specialist. And I explain in another video, which I will put the link below, what a Saros family is, if you want to know more. But let's have a look at what the flavor of this eclipse is. Is it a hard one? Is it a difficult one? Is it an easy one? Well, it's a pretty beautiful one. This eclipse has the flavor of good news concerning relationships or creative group projects with sudden success, plus a potential for happiness in love. And now we have to relate this to you in your chart, to the 5th house. So this is about love, this is about happiness, this is about if you start a new project to have success with that. This is about good news, considering those new relationships that you can start. 5th house is a very joyful house. So, and the areas of life are, in most general, your self-expression, how you show to others who you are all about, and in a very open way. And but it's also the house of children. It's the house of romance. It's there where it starts. So, if you are a single Scorpio, this is a lot of testimony that new relationships can start now. Of course, and in what kind of area? Well, in the 5th house area. So restaurants, cinema, going out, etc., with friends, and so on. So this is all emphasized. And the beautiful thing is that last month, around the 20th, the 21st of February, there was already Venus and Mars conjuncting there in that particular house. So even if you are not single, there is something going on there that touches your heart. Maybe a project, maybe a hobby, maybe at work you're doing something new, or you are starting a new business, can be applicable as well. Because there's a lot of passion there in that house. There's a lot of inspiration there, and it's already in itself a very inspirational house. So particularly for you, it will have to do with new relationships and maybe new friends, but there's this immediate heart connection as well, and there's also a lot of fresh starts, maybe a new hobby, or maybe a baby, could be the case as well, with all this activity there in the 5th house. So this is nice energy for the Scorpio. Now another thing that is very nice, and I know that Scorpios do want that, this is clarity. There is a lot of clarity coming up during particularly the end of the month. So this eclipse is around the 20th. And around the same time, actually a bit before the eclipse, there is Mercury playing a huge role. Mercury is about our how we perceive how we manage to put all the dots together, how we deal with information. That's Mercury, it's communication, it's information. And before the 18th of the month, there was unclarity, there was even mist, if you like, because Mercury was in a connection with Saturn and Neptune, and especially with Neptune, Mercury together with Neptune, it means mist, it means unclarity. And the flip side, or the other side of unclarity, is of course clarity. So it was there to give us clarity after all. But that only happens after the transit is done, after the transit is over. And that will be, as I said, around the 18th, 19th, 20th of the month. Then all of us will have some more clarity, not some, lots of clarity. And for you, it relates again, that 5th house. So clarity when it comes to your projects, your creative projects, maybe a romance that wasn't very clear in the beginning, but now it's very clear what it is or what it's not, etc., etc. So it's very nice for the Scorpio, because the Scorpio doesn't like it when it's not clear, when it's just a little bit, I don't know, maybe it's like that, or maybe it's like that. No, they want to have the truth, all truth and nothing but the truth. So that's another thing that's happening around the same time. And last but not least, there's the Pluto-Uranus square, of course, for the last time in its perfect square, in its perfect aspect, which is all about a wake-up call for all of us. And for you in particular, this has to do with your health, or your work, your day-to-day work, or even pets. And also how you think. Pluto and Uranus wants to break open, it wants to give clarity again, and it also wants things to be, which is quite of Scorpionic in fact, it wants things to be seen, it doesn't want any taboos. Can't talk anymore. So it doesn't want to put the head in the sand. And this is happening for all of us. So for all of us, there are areas in our life that we are trying not to look at, or that we know that we need to take care of it, or we need to have some courage to go through it instead of not doing nothing. And of course, if you do nothing, it becomes very confrontational. It becomes very, very pushing energy, forcing us then. And I always think it's better to do it yourself than other forces are coming towards you. And Scorpios, they are known for being crisis managers. They are known for being able to go into the crisis and actually be at their best almost. That's the sign of Scorpio. So I'm not going to say there's going to be a crisis or anything. I need to know your personal chart for that. But this energy in general is energy of, you know, if you feel that something needs to be dealt with, considering with your health, considering with your work, that it's now time, like, I can't take it any longer, I've had it, I've done with it. It's that kind of energy. And you acting upon that. So maybe you have a health issue, and you know damn right what you need to do, but you've been resistant to that. Now it's the time that you're going to have the courage to do so and to try to improve your situation. Or for others, it will be work. Some work that you've had it and you are going to take that jump, but it will be a clear jump because there has been all that clarity. So to take the decision is better after the eclipse, around, let's say, the 25th and onwards of the month, because you've got the clarity of the mind, and therefore it's always better that if you want to make a jump, a big one or a little one, that you know what you're doing. And you know what you're doing. So because you've got a lot of information there, and then you can make your choice. It can have to do with choices as well. Maybe you're out of a job and you've got 2 jobs. And then you have to make that decision, and that makes this whole new path clearing out for you. So lots of ways to describe. I'm just giving you a couple of them. But a very interesting month, a very scorpionic kind of month, you know, it's deep and with important decisions to take, but then it makes you a stronger person. This is Pluto-Uranus is all about. It wants to make you even stronger than you already are already now. So thank you very much for watching, wishing you all the best, and see you next month. Bye bye.